Chevrolet Corvette has been America's sports car since 1953. Only a few times over this long production run has it had any American-built competitors. And some of these times the competition came from unexpected sources. One of these sources was from the American Motors Corporation, AMC for short, which was once America's fourth largest automobile company. Due to not having the development dollars that the big three American automakers had, AMC was forced to focus on smaller, more budget-oriented cars starting in the 1960s. By 1968, AMC was finally getting serious about changing its image and released an all-new two-seat sports car to compete directly with the Corvette. It was called AMX. Since AMC had a shoestring budget, it kept its AMX development costs to a minimum by co-developing on the same platform the 1968 AMX and 1968 Javelin, which was AMC's competitor to the Ford Mustang. This allowed both cars to share many components and body panels. Both were two-door sporty cars that shared the same front end and rear design. Both cars were almost identical twins, except the AMX had a shorter 97-inch wheelbase and a length of 177 inches. In comparison, the Javelin had a longer 109-inch wheelbase and a length of 189.2 inches to accommodate a rear bench seat. The two-seat AMX, which was released in the middle of the 1968 model year, was designed by famed AMC designer Richard Teague. It was a brilliant design that has stood the test of time. It was stylish, with a semi-fastback roofline. However, the overall look was muscle car-like, with blunt but attractive styling. This innovative styling made the AMX the attractive flagship car AMC had always wanted. Though the AMX was a shortened Javelin, it didn't have a chopped look. In fact, the styling could not have been more perfect. It was years ahead of the competition. It was an early glimpse of the 1970s muscle car styling. AMC didn't forget its customer base with the release of the AMX. It offered a lot of two-seat sports car for the money. In fact, so much so, it even had a magazine ad that showed the AMX as the only new American two-seat sports car available for under $3,500 since 1957. The AMX had a base price of $3,245. By comparison, the 1968 Corvette had a base price of $4,320 for the Corvette convertible and $4,663 for the Corvette coupe. This by no means meant the AMX was a budget sports car. Quite the contrary. The AMX came standard with quite a few desirable features, including V8 power. Having standard V8 power was good news since the AMX had a very light curb weight of 3,097 pounds versus the 1968 Corvette, which had a heavier curb weight of a little over 3,500 pounds. The standard engine in the AMX was a 225 gross horsepower 4-barrel carburetor-equipped 290 cubic inch V8. Optional was a 280 gross horsepower 4-barrel carburetor-equipped 343 cubic inch V8 and a 315 gross horsepower 4-barrel carburetor-equipped 390 cubic inch V8. Car Life magazine, April 1968 issue, test drove a 390 equipped 1968 AMX and obtained a 0 to 60 mile/hour time of 7.2 seconds and a quarter-mile time of 14.6 seconds at 96 miles per hour. These performance times were very quick for this era. A free-flow dual exhaust system was standard on all AMXs for 1968. A 4-speed manual transmission was also standard. Optional was a 3-speed automatic transmission, which had a modern-looking center console. AMC also offered a performance-oriented Go package, sometimes referred to as the Go Pack, which could only be ordered with the 343 and 390 V8s. Consisted of power front disc brakes, an upgraded handling package, a twin-grip rear axle, a heavy-duty engine cooling system, E70/14 red line tires, and 2 parallel racing stripes spanning from the front of the hood all the way back to the rear of the trunk. The upgraded handling package gave the AMX great handling manners and steering feel for this era. The Go package's power front disc brakes also enabled the AMX to stop in a much shorter distance than most 1960s era performance cars. Many convenience and luxury goodies were AMX options. There were also over-the-counter AMC performance options which could be installed at any AMC dealership. Items such as rally pack gauges, an aluminum intake manifold, and lower rear axle ratios, with the lowest being a drag racing spec 5.0:1 rear axle ratio. The AMX was a big game changer for AMC. Its interior was also a giant leap forward. The interior was modern and one of the most stylish of its day. The AMX was a bold move for a company only known at the time for ordinary budget-oriented cars, but it paid off for AMC. The AMX gave AMC the sporty performance image it was looking for. The 1968 AMX sold much better than the 6,725 production total would have you believe. The first AMXs rolled off the assembly line in March of 1968, which gave AMC a very small window of a few months of 1968 AMX production. Had the 1968 AMX been produced the entire model year like the 1968 Corvette, and had the AMX been available in a convertible model like the Corvette, the AMX could have outsold the Corvette for the 1968 model year. Unfortunately, AMX's production life was short-lived. It would only last in two-seat sports car form until the end of the 1970 model year. Starting in 1971, the AMX would become a top-of-the-line AMC Javelin model. After the Javelin's cancellation, it would become a pseudo-performance model name for other AMC cars until the end of the 1980 model year. AMC with the AMX offered a true two-seat sports car that could be purchased by the majority of buyers who couldn't afford a Corvette. After two-seat AMX production ended, never again would America see a new V8-powered two-seat sports car that the average buyer could afford. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. Please subscribe since your support is the reason this channel is a success. And please make sure to click on the bell icon so that you never miss a new video release.